Assalamualaikum and hi to our dearest lecturers, Madam Norizan. So today we will be presenting about business reengineering of PERKESO company. Before we start, we would like to introduce ourselves.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Christina Asma'i binti Asmawi.
Hi, my name is Aida Natasha binti Mat Yusof.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Najihah binti Muhammad Daud.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Syafiqah binti Rahmat. First, I will explain about introduction of PERKESO company. PERKESO or Pertubuhan Keselamatan Sosial, also known as SOSO, was established in 1971 by the Ministry of Human Resources to provide social security protection to all Malaysian workers. PERKESO status was upgraded to statutory body on July 1, 1985, and since January 1, 1992, PERKESO has operated its compensation system known as the Sistem Saraan Baru PERKESO. PERKESO Social Security Protection is founded on the concept of shared responsibility, which is achieved through resource pooling, risk sharing, and income investment. Other than that, the staff of PERKESO is the internal customer for the company. For PERKESO, the employer are categorized into two. The first is the primary employer, while the second is the immediate employer. Furthermore, the term primary employer refers to an employer who directly hire an employer under a contract of service or apprenticeship. The employer is in charge of all things about service and salary payment. Furthermore, employer must register with and contribute to the Social Security Organisation or SOSO at the rate provided in the Employees Social Security Act of 1969, which SOSO manage. They are also responsible for ensuring that all employees are registered with SOSO and that their payments are paid on time. They manage to report all work-related accidents that occur to the workers within 48 hours of notification. Moreover, employees' role in the company is mandatory for all Malaysian national and permanent residents to register. This also provides free medical care, physical or vocational rehabilitation facility, and financial help to employees who have lost their capacity to work due to accident or disease. The main aim of PERKESO in achieving the goal is to provide social security protection to employees and their family through the employment internship and the invalidity scheme. Following that, PERKESO mission or objective are to provide social security protection to insured persons and their dependents through social security system, as well as to raise awareness of occupational safety and health, which will eventually improve the social well-being of insured persons. And their vision is to become the premier, dynamic and outstanding leader in social security. I'll proceed to description of as-is process. The name of the process to be improved in PERKESO is punch card attendance system. Punch cards are paper cards that employee can insert into the time clock when they arrive or depart the company to signify their present or absent. The person engaged in the system is a PERKESO employee who use the system before switching to a more systematic approach. Punch cards are older form for keeping track of time. This system is inconvenient and wastes time since employee must first arrive at the company before clocking into the attendance system. Also, punch card can be accidentally mixed and takes up a lot of storage space. Now, I will explain about punch card attendance process. There are a few steps taken that PERKESO takes to record employee attendance. Employee must arrive at the company first before they can punch in their attendance. The first step is an employee must take the punch card on the holder next to the machine. Second, employee must punch in or punch out attendance card into the machine. If there is no punch in or punch out by a certain employee on that day, it means the employee was absent. The third step is if an employee goes to work and punch in the card, the database will be updated with the arrival and departure time of the employee. Then the attendance will be registered and will be recorded by the HR department.
Next, I'm going to explain about the Fishbone Diagram. The Fishbone Diagram shows the current situation analysis of PERKESO. So this is the figure of the root causes of the current situation or the problem related to the process. Moreover, this Fishbone Diagram helps to brainstorm, identify possible causes of the problem, and sort the idea into categories. The visual diagram into the cause and effect of the system. The effect of this system is inefficiency of punch card attendance system for the employee and employers of the company. There are four main problems. First, machine or equipment, staff, system, and environment. The first is machine or equipment. The staff machine and equipment to record their attendance are inefficient punch card system because the machine is costly. For example, if the machine is broke down, so the human resource department has to call the maintenance to fix the punch card machine, which it can take time and costly cost of the services. Besides that, the punch card machine is easily break down if there are too many errors while using this machine. For example, a machine is fragile because it can stuck or affected by the weather, such as heavy rain that could break down. This will cause the trouble to the staff to record the attendance system. The second is staff. Second cause for inefficient punch card system is human error. Human error can be why the punch card system are inefficient because they can barely put the incorrect time word records. For example, when human resource have collected the card to record the attendance system, that could be an uncertain or clear time record that could mislead the record of time for the employee, and that also can lead into their effect attendance system record because the error from a person. Other than that, body punching is relevant among employee because of inefficient punch card system. This because the employee is helping colleague to punch their attendance. The third is system. Manual time entry is very time consuming because there is a lot of time is spent on attendance timesheet. For example, employee have to queue to enter or exit during work hour. In addition, too much paperwork is when the human resource department spend a lot of time deal with time-to-time ticket issue. This may include replacing the scorecard, correcting time entry error, and other problem when using manual time recording system. The paperwork also can take a lot of space if present is marked in the records. Lastly, environment. The environment affected by inefficient punch card system is the huge amount of staff in one time, such as entry and exit time. This will lead to crowded surrounding that will drag to the time also consuming because the staff are wasted their time and energy by queue for their turn. Hence, the staff will also feel boring, angry, and uncomfortable while waiting for their turn, bringing down their mood for them to perform on the task. This can bring down to the unproductive staff.
Next, I will explain about the names and responsibility of each person in charge of to be processed. First, Cik Khadijah Aminah, who worked at PERKESO as a talent executive, recently need to clock in her attendance by using the new system attendance that PERKESO has created, which is My Workforce application. Second, the attendance system. The attendance system will check all the staff attendance information to ensure that the staff key in a valid ID, password, and current location before they clock in into the attendance. The system also save and submit all the data attendance to HR department for the HR to check the attendance report every month. Third, Encik Iqbal. Encik Iqbal is the head department of the Human Resources Department. Encik Iqbal will receive and check the attendance staff from the attendance system every month. He and his team, HR, will do a report based on the attendance data, and they also rate and give a feedback to their staff by looking at the attendance data. If their staff fail to clock in by using the application for several times, they will receiving a warning letter from HR. Fourth is the IT department. The IT department is the one who created and developed this application for their staff to clock in the attendance. I will carry on with the next point, which is flowchart and cross-functional map of My Workforce application. There are a few steps that used by PERKESO to take the attendance staff. The first step is the staff need to fill in the identification number and password. The second step is staff need to turn on the location before login into my workforce application. The third step is punch in the attendance. In this step, it shows that it is important to turn on the location because the system will be able to detect where the current location of the staff. Fourth step is attend the meeting. If the staff participate in meeting, they need to punch out before attending the meeting. At the fifth step, the staff need to punch in as soon as they arrive at the meeting place. Even when the staff attend meeting outside of the company, the system can detect the current location of the staff. Last step is take an emergency leave or off duty. The staff need to punch out off duty remote, punch out office or punch out on leave if the staff decide to take emergency leave. In cross-functional map, the first step is the staff need to log in into my workforce application. If the identification number and password match, the staff submission will be valid. However, if the identification number and password do not match, the staff submission will not be valid. After the attendant staff submission is valid, the system will check the staff location. It is important to the staff to turn on the GPS for the system to detect whether the location is valid or not. Even if the staff location is valid and if the staff does not turn on the location, the system will detect as attendance failed. The system will send the data to the HR department. HR department will play their roles to make sure that the system work correctly to avoid the error and receive the attendant data from the system. If all the steps is success, that means the punching attendant application is successfully recorded.
Benefit of to be processed. There are three benefits of to be processed in PERKESO. First is speed, cost, and quality. Firstly is speed. Benefit of to be processed is increase the speed of taking attendance. With the usage of my workforce, HR department of PERKESO can increase the operating speed, which indirectly will improve the organization performance. Implementation of Bpr in a company is crucial because the changes process made by the company will affect the organization performance. With my workforce, PERKESO HR department able to see real-time attendance of internal customer. For example, PERKESO HR department does not need check the punch card one by one to see who take the attendance, who is not. They just need to go to website and key in the data to see the internal attendance taken by the internal staff. Next is quality. The second benefit of to be processed can increase the PERKESO performance quality. Quality is important because from the quality, the company able to know how good their performance of their company. For example, PERKESO can see how the customer quality rate of the new process with implementation of the new Bpr when the internal customer feels satisfied with the usage of my workforce. Using my workforce, the company has made improvement, especially for the internal staff and the company itself. The data for the attendance will be more accurate and it makes it easier for HR department to review it. Lastly, cost. The last benefit of to be processed is company able to save cost. Cost is essential to a company because every company needs to use technology in their company. They will make sure whether the technology is implemented by them is profitable or not. By using the machine for punch card and print, it could be costly because too many people use it. It can easily break, leading to disruption of taking attendance and maintenance costs. With my workforce, the internal customer will not face this kind of problem again. Besides, the company will also encourage the safe environment practice in their company, which they will go paperless and reduce the usage of metal or plastic. For the punch card and thumbprint machine, PERKESO need to develop an application that can be used for all of internal customer
Next, I will continue on the conclusion. There are two types of measurement that PERKESO used to identify on how well the new system can be used and effective among the staff, which is qualitative and quantitative. First is qualitative measurement that measure on how secure and safety for the staff personal information while using the application. The reason why it is secure and safety while using the My Workforce application is because the application is using the identification number IC of the staff and the password is set by itself and all the personal data is saved inside the application. Other than that, this application is user-friendly as the staff can edit their profile and access the application without using any data connection. So it will make it easier for the staff to clock in on time everywhere.
Quantitative measurement, there are two quantitative measures, which is the number of PERKESO staff rating the application or about the application is excellent, the number of staff using the application is higher. Okay, firstly, quantitative measurement where it measures the number of PERKESO staff, the rate of My Workforce app. 90% of the staff give a positive review and good feedback about the application. The PERKESO staff feel very satisfied of using the application. By using the new system of attendance, it makes it easier for the staff to clock in and to clock the attendance through the phone. Through the system, the staff allowed to check the attendance in data application and can apply the letter of absenteeism, emergency leave, and any leave through the application. It makes the staff more easier to do it. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, the organization created the attendance system to avoid the staff from touching and make it more hygiene rather than using punch card and tapping to avoid spreadness of the virus. The team problem in implementing the improved process. Firstly, the system of My Workforce sometimes not stable. For example, there are too many internal customers who try to punch in or punch out at the same time. The system of My Workforce application would be down. When the problem occurs, the internal staff need to key in the attendance manually. Next, some internal customers face difficulty while using My Workforce application because they think there are too many steps they need to follow with the new application. Especially when attending meeting, they need to punch out after leaving the office first, then need to punch in again to take the attendance at the meeting place. Lastly, the internal staff need to make sure that the internet connection is connected all the time during working hour because it will detect the location of the internal staff while working. The staff with the low internet coverage will think it bothersome for them.